do you have any particularly like favorite fish? Like if you saw a picture of a cool fish,
Cool picture of a cool fish.
what kind of fish would be cool to see?
Cool fish. Tuna are pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Oh, bug splat.
Noise.
Yay, bug splat. Tuna are great because they're ginormous
Oh yeah.
and they fit them into those little teeny weeny cans.
They get so small. It's amazing. Just shrink them down.
I feel like in my mind, when I was a kid, like tuna and sardines were very closely. Like I figured the tuna.
They got bigger, or they.
No, I figured that a tuna was about the same size as a sardine. Like they both came in cans. They were about like the same size.
Okay, maybe it wasn't normal for other people to go on like fishery tours or salmon canning plant tours.
Pardon?
I did not. I have not been.
You
to
could go to a salmon canning plant. Watch some canned salmon.
I want to go to the fireworks factory.
But yeah. Well,
I want to see a fish cannon. Specifically the ones that are like the replacement for the fish ladder and like steep waterways. So they like get the fish down low and then they send them on this jet. Like a water slide just for fish.
do they call it the fish cannon?
Yeah.
Ooh. Do they
It
have?
shoots them.
Is there like the fish can either take the cannon or take the ladder?
I don't think they get a choice.
They don't get a
I
choice.
don't think they get a choice.
Can they use them at baseball games?
Can they use them at baseball? Like you win a fish if you can catch it?
No, like instead of a t-shirt cannon.
It's like a fish cannon.
And then there's always like the kid that doesn't catch the fish and you have to be like sad.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I guess I'll give the fish to the kid. Oh.
You want to take the fish home, but the
You
kid
just don't
looks
want to be judged by
sad.
the other people at the game.
Everybody feels guilt, you know, it makes you feel guilty about it.
I'm just imagining there'd be like a little sign at the base written in fish.
I don't read fish.
Well, it's not for you, it's for the fish.
Whatever the fish language is.
Whatever the fish like. You think they have just one? Oh.
Well, it's
Global.
It's salmon. It's salmon that are doing this, right? Like,
Okay.
It's all.
I guess they would need to talk.
Yeah.
Like it isn't just any old fish that can take this cannon, right? Like you got to be a salmon to do it, right? You must be at least this salmon, right?
Oh, that's one. Good.
Are salmon the only fish that do the go back to my home thing?
Like some do travel and they have like spawning areas that they go back to, but not the same as going from salt water to fresh water.
Right.
So not as hardcore.
Not as hardcore, and then they also don't just like start rotting to death while they're swimming. It's not
That's
as
good.
yeah, it's you know the miracle of life is a little bit prettier for other fish.
I've seen a lot of video recently of an area in Washington where the fish, like the water was flooding, so the fish were just crossing the road. Like there's
Oh,
nothing
I saw
there, and then
that.
cars would stop and be nice and let them cross the road.
Like they flop or
Yeah,
they
yeah,
just,
no,
like,
they would
scoot.
flop, or if there wasn't enough water to glide across, or whatever
Yeah.
would be most easy.
Is that the
Stop.
sequel to Make Way for Ducklings? Make Way for Salmon?
But like, did the salmon, like, so they had been born on the other side of the road, and the road had been built sometime in between? That's just rude.
Yeah, it is.
Right. Why we were talking about the salmon thing? Because we were supposed to be talking about
I don't know what you're talking about. We're talking about cool fish
the
pictures.
cool
right.
fish picture.
Right, we were gonna tell people what that was.
Yeah.
We're running an art challenge for a t-shirt giveaway.
We got
Unisex
distracted
t-shirt.
talking about cool fish. Yes, we're doing a t-shirt giveaway. We want you to send us a cool picture of a cool fish. Send that to contest@desertbus.org. with your name, your pronouns, and your name being the name that you would like to be referred to as on camera. And you have hour and 19 minutes to get that in, and you will the winner will get a Desert Bus t-shirt in the size of their choosing, in the unisex style.
Any flavor as long as it's shirt. And we had some people like already submit stuff like within the first hour, so
Yeah.
an hour 18 should be enough time to compete at least with some other people.
And we want to, yes, and no AI art will not be accepted. Please do not have a computer do your homework for you.
Your computer doesn't need a shirt.
Exactly, yeah.
Process, like, work in progress, info, videos, pics. Please
Cool
send-
behind the scenes. Yeah. Show work.
Show work.
Show your work.
Oh, the winner does also get a doubloon, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
A golden doubloon.
Unavailable for purchase.
Mm-hmm. I believe like a salmon cannon would be pretty cool. Like that would be
I think Sean had a GIF up,
Yeah, it's
or
snuck up there.
Andre.
that would definitely
Andre
be
did.
a could be referred to as, you know, that'd be like a salmon doing an extreme sport. Salmon cannoning. Say, wait a minute, that one salmon's
We
just
might
going
need a
up and
few
dropping back
more-
down.
A few more fish sports for the Olympics. So like I guess high jump.
Yeah.
Lots of swimming. Only one stroke,
Yeah.
I guess. Freestyle, just freestyle.
BMX.
Yes, BMX.
Salmon on the
Javelin.
half pipe.
Javelin. So they just land in the.
Shot put them. They put themselves somewhere.
They are themselves the put.
Do I have any feelings, other thoughts, or thoughts on the end of Blaseball? It's sad. I would have liked more. The end. It's okay.
Nothing gold can stay.
Stay golden, pony boy.
Bobsled, but it's just a mobile aquarium. Actually, bobsled itself would work.
Nah, just
Throw a
strap 'em to
fish
the
down an
sled.
ice chute. Actually, ski jump would also probably work the same way.
I feel like a lot of these sports don't involve the fish actually like having a lot of agency in the process. They're mostly the fish being thrown at different things.
Yeah, well, again, none of us can speak fish.
It's true. It's
Yeah.
true. I think I forget who it was, but there's some community that was talking about like the bobsled it was talking about luge being the only Olympic sport that looks like you would do just as well unwillingly.
Luge would also be great for salmon.
It's true.
Yep. Skeleton.
Why is it called that? That just seems.
You only have so many bones, and they want you to keep that in mind while it's happening.
Trying to find you the original video of the salmon cannon, but it's every single one I find is just the meme version.
Oh.
That's okay.
Oh, there.
Oh,
Oh,
it goes whoosh.
it moves fish. Sometimes I move fish too. Sometimes I solve a major problem.
It solves a major problem. The problem was that salmon weren't being shot out of a can.
Woo! There it goes.
But a few brave scientists
If-
figured out how to solve that problem.
Yes.
If more animals could be saved from being endangered by shooting them out of a cannon, I think a lot of ecological research would be a lot easier.
It's how we get kids into STEM.
There you go.
too can shoot animals out of cannons.
I mean, like, what other animals do you think would benefit? Like, swordfish, bird.
Yeah.
Oh, swordfish would definitely be a javelin sport. Yeah.
That's just the name of the sport, swordfish.
The manatee. Those guys. That would have to be a big cannon.
I don't think they want to go fast. I can't imagine them wanting to go fast.
But I'm saying if it helps
not
the
had the
species, if it helps them be not endangered anymore, then it might be worth it. I mean, the salmon don't necessarily want to go fast, but that's how it has to be.
What about a bison cannon to help in Yellowstone?
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
I was thinking.
I see we're learning from like head smashed in buffalo jump out here. No, okay.
It's basically the reverse of buffalo jump. It's
Yeah.
buffalo
fall.
No, buffalo go back up.
Buffalo launch.
That's how you get them back up the cliff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It gets them from the bottom of the cliff back up to the top, and then there's just like
It's a fun time for all the buffalo.
there's just a really confused buffalo standing at the top of the cliff.
So like the like trampolines they launch clowns with, like when
Yeah.
they launch clowns at a circus, it's not really with gunpowder. But I think like sugar gliders, flying squirrels, the snakes that fly, like those would all be really good
Those
to
would all be
launch.
great in a cannon.
Yeah.
I mean, and historically, we know hedgehogs like Sonic would love to just be in a cannon.
Oh,
Go fast.
and echidnas can fly. Yeah.
Perfect.
They just hold their dreadlocks out.
Also, the way that you said that, how when they launch clown as if clowns are like salmon or whatever, they're just like
They have to get the clowns back into the arena once they fall out.
These clowns.
The clowns are endangered. We must protect the clowns with cannons.
Oh,
Is that how they get so many into a car?
Yeah, cannons.
Oh, I'm too far.
Oh,
Scooch.
no.
Oh, no. Oh.
Scooch. Delicate. Delicate. No, not too fast. And open. Closed. Boom.
Boom.
Noise.
and away.
That's how you do it.
Proud of
Very
you.
nice. Very nice.
Just what if there's the animals that are traditionally very slow are just like craving to go fast and be shot from cannons?
Sloths.
Exactly, like your sloths, your turtles.
You think they would hold their arms out gracefully?
Well, there's that great video of a sloth being picked up, right?
Yeah, they always hold their arms out. when
Yeah,
they
they
pick
go.
up.
Whoa!
They're like, I'm so far away from trees. Give me something to hold on to.
Yeah. Sloths are the best. They're basically they're basically physiologically incapable of not hugging you. Like when you go it's not affectionate. They think you're a
They
tree.
feel nothing.
But
Rip.
but just the way their arms and their hands are structured, they have to they basically cannot not grab the thing in front of them.
Do you need
Are
to,
you
do you need
okay?
to drink
Are
something?
you alright?
No, the last time I tried that, I almost died.
I mean, fast sloths would be terrifying. I mean, we have enough fossil evidence that we know about fast sloths.
But is the fossil evidence just like a streak of a sloth?
You think the bones get like stretched out when they go fast when they die?
What's the fossil evidence that shows them move but fast?
The giant ground sloths, yeah. The extinct sloths that we have evidence
You
for.
can still
Yeah,
find
they're-
graves with
They're big.
100
You think they went slow?
Probably, yeah. They're big.
Also, one of the few animals that move so slowly that moss naturally grows on their fur because they don't move around enough for it to like be shunted off.
Yeah. It's a lot of sloths you see out just like green.
I feel like that's on purpose, kind of like crabs that grow coral.
I feel like the sloths probably tell themselves they're like, yes.
I'm choosing to live like this.
Yeah, this is I have algae growing on me because I'm trying to camouflage myself.
Yeah.
It's just really in with sloths this year, guys. Like, chill.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like fish hat.
Yeah.
Yeah. One sloth was growing algae, and now all sloths grow algae. Yeah, it's just fashion, people. Crust punk sloths.
Also, I also like the sloth. Every once a week, they crawl down. They laboriously crawl down from their protective spot in the trees to go poop, and then laboriously crawl back up, and nobody knows why. Like, there's no reason why they couldn't just let it go.
Well, why did koalas only eat plants that make them stoned? Like,
I feel like that makes more sense.
now that I said it out loud.
Yeah.
Well,
Paul, that's a perfect use case for the cannon, is to get the sloth back.
get the
There
sloth
you
back in the
go.
tree.
There you go.
It's like reverse rescuing a cat.
Put it
We
back
need the
up.
firefighters out here to launch the sloth.
That's reverse rescuing a cat, and you just mean stranding a cat in a tree.
Except
Yes.
the sloth.
Putting a sloth back up in a tree.
We're rescuing the sloth from the ground.
I'm liberating it from the ground.
But yeah, the koalas, which are mostly kind of useless animals, but they get away with it because they eat something that nobody else wants to eat, and so they're kind of in an ecological niche.
Aren't they also riddled with chlamydia?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
And they basically sleep all the time because the food that they eat is so like non-calorie. It has so little calories in it that it takes so much effort to digest it into a useful food.
The chlamydia thing is a little bit interesting because it's related to the way they feed their young, which is to like extrude a green mush from you know where. So that's why it spreads.
But but because nothing else can eat eucalyptus leaves, they don't have any competition. So
And we should launch them into space with our cannon, our new animal cannon.
now it's an orbital thing.
It's a normal
I thought we were just putting them back up in the trees.
Wait, are we deorbiting some sloths?
Putting underground sloth cannon.
Yeah, we need to accelerate these to like, what is it? It's like 7 miles per hour or something, 7 meters per second. What do you need for space? I know like acceleration due to gravity is like 9.81 meters per second squared, but there's a different number that I often hear for rockets because it's in imperial. It's like 7 miles a second or something of lift you need for your sloth to go to space.
I wish
The
I-
answer is enough.
7,000 meters a second? Yeah. There's just 7 in there.
Yeah.
That would be
We're calculating it back here.
that would be a very fat. Well, that's why we have NASA for our NASA cams.
Yeah, we also need the precise weight, the mass of a sloth, like an average sloth, the most average sloth.
Would you like it in kilometers per second or kilometers per hour?
The weight?
No, the escape velocity.
Let's go hour, because that's the
That's
speed we know.
40,000 kilometers per hour.
Our car can't do that.
Yet.
I wanted kilometers because I was like, that number will make more sense because, we use that for cars. No, that number doesn't make any sense.
We're gonna have to have multiple sizes of cannon.
Or like a kind of a sabot thing to fit around the animal to fit it into the different sizes.
That's probably more efficient.
I mean, I guess it depends on what your goal, like, is throughput your goal? Just the more animals fired out of the cannon,
Yeah.
I mean,
And-
first
or
goal is
precision
speed.
is
Yeah. Chat's also got like an interesting sort of specification as whether or not we're trying to send them like out of the solar system or into low Earth orbit or something like that. Like, do we want to orbit a sloth? Or an elephant? Like, which would be the most fun thing? A blue whale. Can we orbit a blue whale?
like, just so that you could then
Just
like
to have.
no, just so that you could then like look up at the sky with the telescope, and just every once in a while a blue whale would go by. Like, that would be pretty amazing.
At what
Right?
point does it turn into a flower pot, though?
Ah, there you go.
That would really screw with some civilizations that wouldn't be like knowing that there's a cannon, and now there's just now a whale orbiting our planet.
And several other animals, because, you know, we have to try them all. We have to know which one's best.
Exactly. Yeah, I think the first goal of the cannon is speed.
Oh, no. Yeah, I think we can also get, like, the space fish from Macross. That'd be good.
Noah's cannon, we're firing 2 of every animal. Oh.
Really brings a whole new meaning to pigs in space.
Yeah. There's definitely a lot of capabilities here, a lot of potential. Obviously, you know, there needs to be some kind of oversight committee evaluating the not inconsiderable ethical concerns.
What do you mean?
About
We launch animals all the time.
damage that could be done to the cannon. In
Oh,
different
damage to the cannon.
circumstances.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Gotta protect the cannon at all costs.
Yeah.
So with some very dirty math, real quick,
Absolutely
apparently it takes
filthy
about
math.
90% of a payload to send something into space. So if you want to shoot a 10 kilogram sloth into space, you need about 90 kilograms of rocket fuel.
Sounds efficient.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
That's way easier than giving them a spacecraft or something.
I did see an adorable video that was just like a bucket of baby sloths.
Oh.
Because
I think that'll fly too.
they put them in a bucket so that they could all hang onto the edge.
Yeah.
Oh.
Have you seen like them bathing baby sloths and then they put them on like the drying rack?
Yeah.
They just kind of.
They just grab on. Yeah. Because again, they have that reflex to just hold on to stuff.
Yeah. Or their thing. I saw a thing of like you know, they had a sloth and its mother, and they wanted to make sure that they wanted to make sure that the baby sloth was being whatever habituated to people so that they could feed it and do all that stuff. And so they sort of the sloth is hanging on to its mother, and they kind of detach it. And the mother isn't super happy about it, but
What can they do? They're
sloth,
slow.
so and they kind of detach it and then just attach it. Anyway, their sloths are great. Sloth in my zoo is a bucket. We don't have a zoo here. I mean, it's, you know, more zoos is probably not a good solution to things, but I do like looking at animals.
Yeah,
We've got, you know, a bug zoo
we do.
and
They'll
a
let you hold spiders.
butterfly zoo, but it's not really the same.
Plant zoo.
Is that even a zoo? Isn't that?
If you get the carnivorous ones.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, no. Yeah, I think a plant zoo is just a garden. With like a fence around it.
I mean, yeah, you do need to fence them in so that they don't like wander off.
Yeah, they might escape.
They might escape.
I mean, we do have some very nice gardens around here, but still not quite the same as adorable animals. I remember I was at the zoo in San Diego a long time ago, and they had, or maybe, yeah, it was San Diego. They had these big Galapagos tortoises.
Oh yeah.
And, you know, giant big tortoises. and they put like a pile of food, like in the all sorts of tasty vegetables and stuff.
Greens.
And then these 3 turtles come over to eat this, and they go boonk into each other, like they kind of go through. And you can now they've got quite long necks, so it's okay. But you can imagine they could get into a situation where all of them are going towards the food, and none of them can actually reach the food because their shells extend farther past their bodies, and they're all just pushing into each other.
It's like a hungry hippo situation.
With the food in the middle, yeah. But yeah, they have to have their necks that extend farther than the edge of their shell, otherwise they could be in trouble.